Hey there, what's up, y'all? So I wanted to come through here and have a special conversation today about our most recent articles in the news and in the local area, which had a lot to do with lead pipes in the water. So I want to take a second and talk about the water pipes at our schools. So something happened at the end of December 2022, and in order to understand why we're seeing all these articles in the news, we need to understand what happened at that time, right? So this is straight from the New York State Department of Health website explaining the revisions to the public health law that went into effect at December that year. So the rules changed at that time. And instead of being 15 parts per billion as an acceptable level for lead in water at schools, it changed to 5 parts per billion. So when this happens in the schools, because our schools are really old, okay, we all know our schools are old and we all know our pipes and our infrastructure are old. This is not a new conversation. So what's supposed to happen when one of our school sites has more than 5 parts per billion in the water? So the outlet is immediately taken out of service, and there's supposed to be signs in both English and Spanish that the water can still be used for cleaning and hand washing. There's supposed to be alternate water, drinking water provided free of charge. They're supposed to have a remediation action plan, and they're supposed to conduct post redimentation testing. It's going to be a lot of R's. We're going to have fun with this video. Anyways, so they're supposed to come up with an action plan to fix it, and they're supposed to fix it afterwards to see if it's fixed. Okay, so when this happens, they're supposed to report that it's happened within 1 business day, and then within 10 business days, all families and guardians are supposed to get in writing and a report of all the results using the application called HERS, the Health Commerce Systems. Okay, so if a school tests positive for lead, you are supposed to know within 10 business days and receive that notice in writing. Okay, and then within 6 weeks of getting their lead results back, every school district is supposed to post copy of the reports and the results and the action plans on the school website. Keyword in that sentence being school, not New York State Health Department website, school website. They're also supposed to keep the records for 10 years, and they're supposed to provide copies to the Department of Health, the New York State Education Department, and local health officials upon request. All right. Now, how often do they take these tests, or do these tests occur? They occur about every 3 years. The schools are given a guidance manual and other materials for information. There's a video that explains proper lead testing that they can watch. They still have to take tests if they're deemed lead free. Replacements to fix these things are supposed to be provided free of charge, right? So if there's lead in the schools, then it's supposed to be fixed free of charge. At least that's what this sounds like to me. And again, copies of sampling results and laboratory reports and plans to fix this problem must be available to the public and posted on the school's website. And there you see it says every 3 years for testing. All right. So, where is the bear, y'all? What is wrong with these pictures you see on your screen? Take a second, pause this video, visit the website on your screen, read that first page, and tell me what's wrong with this picture of this Syracuse City School District bathroom. There's no Spanish signs in the bathroom. right? Because we are a diverse and ethnic school and multilingual. We speak like 40 different languages throughout the district as a whole. These signs only appear in English, and it doesn't even look like their current signage because that sign at the top is the one from the website at the Board of Health. So I would encourage everybody, school volunteers, PTO members, family group members, to go ahead and take a look at the school guidance manual for lead testing. All the other community groups who are actively engaging in the conversations with city officials about lead testing, go ahead and take a look at this manual so you get your own clear, proper understanding of how lead tests take place and what the proper procedures are for them. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look for a second at where to find these lead numbers for your school site because I have them right here and we're going to take a look at them. We're going to take a look at this raw data. So this is obviously we cannot look at all of this, but I'm going to show you how I found this. All right, so none of the school sites that I only checked one, but it typically this data is not being listed on the school website like it's supposed to be. Instead, it is listed on the New York State Department of Health website. And you can literally just search lead testing at New York State schools, and it'll bring you to this website. And most of the stuff we talked about is listed on this page here. And then you can keep scrolling down, and it says information for families. Then you click on this lead testing reporting interactive search. And then you pick which one you want to look at. Now, the one I had downloaded earlier was the 2016 one, but we're going to go ahead and spin up here to this one, 2020. And then this is better to do on a computer because it is a lot of data. So you're going to come up here to the top and you hit export. And then you download your Excel sheet. And then you open it up. Now you're going to want to click don't convert because you need the zeros. Okay, and give me just 1 second. I'm going to close 2016 so we don't end up confused here. Okay, so now we're looking at the lead test results for all of New York State schools. Right here. That easy. There you go. There's your answer. Depending on your school. So how do you find your school? On a desktop, you hit the control button with the F and you type in whatever your school's name is. And then it'll take you to each time your school shows up in the list. So this is BOCES, Onondaga County, right? And before we really look at this chart, we need to know what our columns are. So type of building, type of organization, any building with lead-free plumbing. It'll tell you yes or no if the plumbing is lead-free. Number of outlets that they have to test each time. Was the sampling completed in 2020? The date it was done. The number of outlet and the results for 15 parts per billion. Number of good, maybe that's greater than or equal to. Excel math is kind of weird sometimes, right? But typically there's your results. Oh, you know what that is? I know what that is. That is, what did they test? That's the first test where they found the problem and the test when they fixed the problem. We could go look at the 2016 one to verify that, but that's what that is. So the first time they tested, and then remember I said they're required to test again afterwards if something comes out positive. All right, so um, well, yeah, it's going to be in that column. I'm going to close this out and reopen this. Find next. There we go. Syracuse City Schools. Lead only BMI Syracuse Latin School. Does it have lead-free plumbing? No. How many outlets does it need to test? How many during the first test? Oh, see, I lost it. That's what I get. Hold on. There it is. Okay. It looks like they fixed that problem completely. Now, that's probably an easier thing to fix because Syracuse Latin School is a newer building, right? So when we look at this raw data, we have to consider those things. Bellevue, 56 outlets, 56 positive for lead, 0. Not applicable, or another way of saying complete, maybe, or maybe they're providing complete alternative water out of Bellevue, right? Delaware, 88 faucets to test, 86 had lead, 2 still have lead. Public Service Leadership Academy, no lead reporting, see Lemoyne, so this is listed under a different name in the chart. That's because we have different school programs running in the same buildings. All right, so we can, these are our numbers here. So that is how you find out and can take action, at least in some of this. And we could search specific ones like Bellevue. If I could go, let's try Fowler. No, we don't want Fowler and Monroe. We could try O-N-O-N-D-A-G. Right, so you kind of get the point. This is raw data that you can search, right? So you know what the deal is. Like, what's this one? 66 to 13 in Oneida County. 73 to 14, Columbia. Westchester still seems to have a running lead problem. Right, so they're here. All of this this information is here for all the schools in New York. Um, and that brings me to the point of downloading this guidance manual and getting engaged and involved in your schools or in your communities because we spend a lot of time sending our kids into that school. My kid gets most of her water from the water fountain. Even if she brings a water bottle, she's refilling her water bottle at our school sites, right? So if we have pipes that need to be replaced in our schools and they're supposed to be replaced free of charge, then it's going to be on our school volunteers, and our PTO members to take that step past just watching a video on Facebook and being engaged by the video on Facebook and turning and getting involved in reaching out to assemblymen, councilmen, principals, superintendents, XYZ, and getting some serious infrastructure upgrades for our drinking water as we look forward to Micron coming in and using lots of more water.